great week because you're only 1 week out of first place, right? How about those teams that did win? And you're thinking, man, we're tied for first place. This is great. It's a new year. It's a new season. There's new excitement. And we've got new fashion. We've had 5,000 people since midnight that ordered up a Today's Special Value jacket unlike anything we've ever done. We have never done a soft shell bonded jacket as the Today's Special Value. And we needed to. And I'll tell you why. It's the perfect weight jacket. For some of us, I don't want a big, heavy, bulky jacket, even in the middle of winter. With this, you layer up, you put it on with your favorite sweater, and you're ready to go. It's stylish, it's comfortable, it's beautifully crafted, and it was made just for us. You won't find this style of jacket, pardon me as I turn around, anywhere else. Your fan base, they will know who it is that you're rooting for with full tonal embroidery, beautiful colors, it's water resistant, and it is one of the finest jackets we have ever done. I want to bring in the expert, not just in football, but also football fashion. Rich Hollenberg, how are you, man?
Good to see you, Dan.
Welcome back.
Always a pleasure.
This is really cool. Twice a year, there's two things. In the spring, we see the Easter Bunny.
Right.
This time of year, we see you.
Me.
Yeah.
Minus the ears, right? I don't have ears, but that'll
You know Rich from his many duties in television and broadcasting, covering a wide variety of sports. I know your passion is football.
Yeah.
So here we are, week one. These jackets, I mean, we unveiled them at midnight, but we've been talking about this for over a year to get this done, to be able to have these on the air for just one day.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming, and the beauty of it is the versatility. You said, it's the beginning of football season. Yeah. I love how you said there's a touch of Christmas in the air. This is a jacket you're going to wear from September all the way through springtime. I mean, this goes across fall, winter, and into spring because it's warmth without the weight.
This is not, and it's so hard to tell on TV, this is not a windbreaker. This is not a plastic jacket. This is a beautifully done, the material on the outside is sleek. You get a gorgeous lining on the interior, lots and lots of pockets, two side seam pockets, a breast pocket as well, full colors, and these are the true colors of your favorite NFL team.
That's right. Every team has their own, like, that's Falcons red, this is Chiefs red. They're not the same reds because each team has their own color. That's an NFL authenticated thing.
Chiefs, you got them. Andy Reid?
Yeah, you're playing the Andy Reid Bowl this coming week, right? Philadelphia and Kansas City, the two teams that he's most tied to.
It's going to be ugly.
These are all the logos that you see, by the way, on the back that you showed. These are what's called tackle twill embroidered and appliqued. These aren't screen printed.
Right.
They're not going to peel off or fade or anything like that.
This is top of the line merchandise that would be extraordinarily expensive if you could even find it. And the manufacturer did it directly for QVC. These are all officially licensed NFL merchandise from every team in the NFL. And that's not easy to do as well. Now consider this. If you are a transplant, like right now you've got Tennessee Titans.
Right.
Let's say you're a Tennessee native, but you're living in LA.
No chance.
You're not gonna find Titans merchandise. But here at QVC, we've got every team in the NFL at this particular point. At the bottom of your screen, probably the most important thing to look at are the size charts and the stoplights. If you see green, we've got that color. If we've got yellow down for your size, that means that we are now extremely limited, and red means it's already gone. We have small through 3X, and these are men's sizes.
Right.
Although we do have ladies apparel coming up a little later on.
Yeah,
we'll do that at 9 a.m.
It's a great day to shop. I think right now is the perfect time to get your NFL gear because if you're buying it as a present for maybe a teenager or a preteen, they're going to wear it to school basically all year.
Agreed.
You can do that. But for the football fans, we already took some phone calls at midnight when we launched with Dan Wheeler. People are buying Christmas presents already.
Well, we're not going to do this again. And we'll have NFL shows between now and then, but this is our star. Every year, right around opening day, we do a Today's Special Value for the NFL fans. And we've done sweatshirts, and we've done some great jackets. I don't think we have ever done a better jacket.
No, this is really nice. How about this? This is almost like a collectible item. First year that Los Angeles and the Chargers are together. Now, there are some people in San Diego, admittedly, who aren't too thrilled about that. But I think it's good for football overall that you have not one team, but now you have two teams in Los Angeles,
Right.
the Rams and the Chargers.
And the Raiders are going to be going to Las Vegas, what,
yeah.
2021?
Yeah, a few years from now.
Right.
So
By the way,
Oakland
that stadium is
oh
just,
God,
it's
going to be off the
massive.
charts.
It is. Yeah, Atlanta Falcons.
Defending NFC champion Atlanta Falcons already 1-0 this year.
And we'll spin this around, but here's Washington. Played them this week, meaning the Eagles.
Eagles did, right?
Had a victory, which is nice. My son-in-law, and I still love him, he's a Miami Dolphins fan.
Yeah, to me, every time I see that teal and orange,
You know.
that's classic, right? That's like
Yeah.
the legacy of the NFL.
But here's the deal. It's got to be the right color.
Right. Every team has their own color.
It's got to be the right color.
You mentioned the
and
pocket
it is.
stand. I keep
Yep.
my phone in here. The funny thing about this pocket is in NFL parlance for G3, the company that I'm representing,
Right.
who basically are the leaders in football fashion.
First of all, it was started by an NFL superstar.
Yeah, Carl Banks, two-time
from the
NFL
Giants, yep.
Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants, transitioned from his pro football career into a football fashion career. So
Right.
he has his finger on the pulse of what the fans like you and me want. This is actually called a ticket pocket.
Oh.
People needed to keep their, because NFL tickets are valuable.
Oh, yes,
They needed to
they
keep
are.
their tickets somewhere close to them.
Okay.
And then with the advent of cell phones and how popular things are, now you can put your cell phones, your keys,
I
things
didn't
like
know it
that
had a
in here.
name.
Yeah, ticket
That's
pocket.
very cool. It is one of the most comfortable. And by the way, we're under studio lights. You get warmth, but not excessive warmth. This breathes. It breathes very, very nicely. Look at these swatches of color. It is one of the upper scale jackets. And if we remember, before Mr. Banks started this company, all NFL garments were exactly the same.
Yeah.
It was big parkas and ugly sweatshirts. And that's all we had. Now it's all about fashion and having fun. We're going to say hello to Wilma. Wilma's here in Pennsylvania. Wilma, how are you today?
Hi, Wilma.
I'm just fine. How are you?
Good. Now, Wilma, you're in Pennsylvania. I'm not going to make any assumptions. Who do you root for?
Oh, well, I live a half hour south of Pittsburgh, so who do you think?
Okay.
Steelers, huh?
And we've got Steelers.
Yeah, we'll move over here.
Come on over here.
Show you some more
'Cause
teams,
We've got
too.
every team in the NFL. There we are.
Here's your Steelers right here, Wilma.
Oh, it's good. Love my Steelers.
Yeah, just classic, right?
And we
Just classic, that look.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
now your stadium is right there at the Rivers, so it can get a little
Right.
chilly. This is going to be the perfect jacket for you. Will you be going to any of the games this year?
Yes, that's exactly why I purchased it.
Oh, great.
We have some games coming up
Okay.
in October, yeah, but I said, wow, this is great. I got to get this.
Perfect. Well, if it gets a little chilly, you'll do a little bit of layering, your favorite sweater underneath, but then it's not bulky, it's not heavy. There's Katie outside. Wilma, yours is on its way, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Wilma.
Thank you.
That's one of the great things about this, Dan, is, you know, I know QVC does such a wonderful job with fashions across the board, 365 days a year. This is football fashion, so it's a football, or like we like to say at G3, it's an athletic cut. So I wear a large, I wear the same size in this jacket, but it's roomy enough that when the winter comes, you put a sweater on underneath, you put a sweatshirt on underneath. It's not your typical QVC fashion size, it's more of an athletic cut.
Yeah, but and I got to tell you, and that's what you want with a jacket like this.
Oh, no doubt.
The material is wonderful. This is all water repellent. You know, if it gets a little snow, a little rain, don't worry about
An
it.
adult beverage gets spilled on you at the game, all you have to do is
I
wipe
never
it off
spill
and you're good to
an
go.
adult beverage. There's the Eagles. There's a lot of interconference play this year on the schedule, more so than I remember in prior seasons. Am I right on that?
Well, they usually play what's called a balanced schedule. So every year, you're always going to play the teams in your division twice.
Right.
And then you play the teams in the other conference. You play one division of a team in the other conference every year, and it rotates.
So, and we do this every year, and it's pretty funny. I got to tell you, you've been really, really accurate. I'd asked you earlier if there were any big surprises on week one, and you were talking about Tennessee.
I thought Tennessee is a really solid team. I think Jacksonville is going to be
one of the big stories as well.
You saw them, pull off the upset. Right now, there's no telling. I mean, our producer Stan is a big time Packers fan.
Well, we were talking about that.
I think, and there's no one more honest. You'll get a lot of bull from coaches and coach speak. You'll get a lot of smoke screens from coaches, but players are usually pretty honest. And Aaron Rodgers has no reason to be to be dishonest.
I agree.
He said if our defense plays the way that it did week 1, I think we'll be pretty good because he knows that offense is going to be.
We were talking about this before. I mean, in the preseason, you're obviously making estimates of who could be potential Super Bowl contenders. The Pats did lose their first game. That was on, Thursday night?
Thursday night.
But, by the way, there are 3 seasons where the Pats lost their season start, and all 3 years they went to the Super Bowl anyway and won.
And you know what's funny about it? When you're the Super Bowl champions, you know what happens? You lose a game at home on opening night of football season.
Right.
You change the turf. They just announced yesterday they're replacing the turf at Gillette Stadium. It was the turf's fault. It wasn't the Patriots' fault.
I got to tell you, the Pats make me laugh. And I'll pick on Katie, because the rule is if you're an Eagles fan, you can't be a Dallas fan. Okay? I love Katie. Her and her husband are huge football fans.
Right.
He's a Giants fan. So there's Katie. So that's part of the fun. I still love her.
We call that a house divided.
A house divided.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Katie, how comfortable is this jacket?
Well, it's really comfortable. A couple of things I really like about it. Number one, it's not that big, bulky jacket. So we were just talking out here that, you know what? This is the time of year where you want to layer because it's a little bit warm during the day, but then all of a sudden it gets a little chillier at night. This is that perfect weight. Also want to point out, I'm going to stand up ever so slowly here. I am wearing it in a small. I am 5'3". Notice it's not this big, big thing. I did roll up the sleeves, but I kind of like it because then I can get my hand in there and there's lots of fleece, but it fits really nicely. So if you've got the more petite football fan in your life, I think this works fabulously. And I'll tell you what, how about them Cowboys?
That's
Speechless.
funny. That's just beautiful. Well, there's a lot of Cowboy fans out there. In fact, I think we're going to go off to one of them right now. We're going to go to Maryland and talk to Rick. Rick, are you also a Dallas Cowboy fan?
I have your back, Katie.
That's just beautiful. So, Rick, why this jacket? What was it about the styling that you liked, about the look? Help us out.
Well, Dan, I forgot your name over there in the
This is Rich.
I'm Rich, yes.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rich, how you doing, Rich?
Good, thanks.
I like everything that the QVC puts out for the NFL. It's quality construction, and I've never had a problem with anything. And I've been looking for a jacket like this for a long time, and when you had it this morning, I had to get my Cowboys. I'm also a Texans fan, but I'm a bigger Cowboys fan.
And the styling in NFL has changed dramatically in the last year. Mm-hmm. Again, we used to have big, bulky parkas, and it was all just kind of utilitarian. Now it's about getting the warmth, the comfort. We've got space-age materials available to us that we didn't have 5 years ago.
Right.
So you don't have to have that huge, bulky jacket to give you the warmth that you want, and you can wear it virtually anywhere, Rick. And
Right, absolutely.
You live in what part of Maryland?
I'm in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you have a single sporting goods store in Hagerstown that would carry Dallas Cowboys merchandise?
You kidding me?
It's all Ravens, right? Ravens and Redskins.
That's it.
It's got to be Ravens and
Pittsburgh.
Redskins.
And Pittsburgh.
And
so-
Pittsburgh, too. Okay.
It just,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
a transplanted NFL fan, QVC is the easiest way to get your team and get top quality merchandise at the price that you want to spend.
Absolutely. And the other thing, if I can say real quick, Dan, is you guys are really knowledgeable. Rich knows his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I like, and I like the way you not only present the merchandise, but you talk about the teams. And so I think you guys do a fantastic job. I'm also a big fan of yours, Dan, when it comes to NASCAR. So,
Thank you. Hey, and I'm working hard to try to get that show back on the air. We had one with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Awesome.
Earlier in August
Yeah.
to celebrate his retirement. We're trying. So, Rick, thank you for your phone call. Thank you for your support. And kind of check in throughout the day. We've got a whole hour of NFL merchandise coming up at 9.
All right, guys, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you,
for
sir.
the call, Rick.
Bye-bye. And this guy will not toot his own horn. I will. Rich Hollenberg, you've been broadcasting now well over 25 years.
Well, I'm 26.
Well, you started in utero.
started.
Yeah. But he does everything from college broadcasts on the biggest networks out there. When you think of the world of sports, he broadcasts for those networks. And this gives us an opportunity to get together and talk about, the fan fun. Now, let's talk a little bit about sizing, okay? Here's the sizing chart, kind of run us through. These are men's sizes, but it's nice to see small. We haven't always done that. So for the ladies, we've got the small, and the length is a 28 and an 8. Waist is about a 42. It's designed, again, to be a little bit more of a generous cut than what a normal QVC fashion cut would be.